Hey there, DJ Waldo here, sitting literally in my kitchen. I want to share with you today some not so secret, mostly not so secret anymore because I'm about to share them with you, ways that I process my inbox. I am an inbox zero kind of guy. I get through stuff. I don't like lots of emails in my inbox. Unlike my wife who has thousands and thousands, it drives me crazy to see unread emails in my inbox. So I follow several different inbox zero philosophies, something else called OHIO. I don't like to say that word out loud as a Michigan guy, but it stands for only handle it once. And some other tips and tricks and things that I do to manage my inbox and to get through my inbox very quickly. I know it's one of those things that drives people absolutely crazy, just constantly having to respond to email, and you could spend all day in an inbox if you don't know some of these tricks. So I'm going to share with you some of these tips and tricks. Some of them involve technology and different tools that I implement. Some involve just typing very quickly. But I'm going to share them with you, and hopefully it helps you manage your inbox a little quicker. Alrighty, if you're watching this now, if you're listening to this now, you are ready for the not so secret way that I manage my inbox. The way that I process so many emails in such a short amount of time, and really don't have a lot of emails in my inbox at any one given time. First of all, I always start with something like this, a view from Hawaii. And this just a little app that I've installed. I think it's called To Do. And it just says, good afternoon. You put your name in there. I like to call myself Dude. It's a little strange, but my main focus for today. So every time you open up a new tab, this will appear. And I happen to put inbox zero for today because that's what I'm doing. So some of these I'm going to show you, these hacks, if you will, really only apply to Gmail, but others will be applicable for other sorts of email clients that you might be using. So this is my inbox. Literally, I have 14 unread messages, and sure, you can go to the social tab, and I've got a couple others in there, and promotions tab and updates tab. But really, you can see not a lot. Most of the stuff lives here in my primary tab, and you'll see the dates here. Almost all of them are from within the last few days. Just from today alone, there's only 4 emails in my inbox from today. A handful from earlier this week. There is one from October 1st, which usually doesn't last that long in my inbox, but it's more of a reminder to myself. I should probably put it somewhere else. But part of the deal with processing your inbox, regardless of what email client you use, Gmail, Yahoo, corporate mail, whatever, is when you go into your inbox, you can only do a handful of different things with it. You either delete an email, you reply to it, you archive it. If it's an invite for something, you put it on your calendar. And I think there's one other one, but that's basically it. And this whole idea of OHIO, again, I won't say that what that word spells. As a Michigan alumni, it pains me to even think about that word, but it stands for only handle it once. That means as you go into your inbox, if you open an email, you should only open it once, and then you do something with it. You process it. That means either you delete it, you reply to it, you archive it, or again, what the other thing is, calendar or something. But I want to show you one thing before I get into some of the productivity. Gmail Labs. So if you go up here to Settings, click on Settings, and head over to Labs. I use lots of the different labs. Some of them actually, so they're basically, as it says here, it's a testing ground for experimental features. Disclaimer, they may change, break, or disappear at any time. So I have several of them enabled. The one I wanted to show you quickly, something I was just talking to a friend about today, is this undo send. A great feature. This doesn't necessarily make you more productive and process your inbox faster, but we've all been there before, where you send an email and all of a sudden you say, oh no, I sent it to the wrong person, or oh no, I forgot to include something, whatever the case is. I have it set, I think, to be about 10 or 15 seconds, which means I have 10 or 15 seconds to hit undo or cancel. I can't tell you how many times I use this, several times per week. And sometimes it could be an embarrassing situation of something I'm about to send, and other times it's just something silly, but it saves me from having to then send an apology email. So that's something that helps. And lots of these, in fact, I thought lots originally were in Labs, but there's things now that I use all the time that aren't necessarily, they were part of Labs that have now become full features. So one of them, let's just see here, if I were to go and compose an email. Let's say I want to send an email to, let's see here, Bob, I don't know, making up a name, Bob Ashley. Oh, okay, there's Bob Ashley. So a couple things. Oh, he's an editor at the Herald Sun. Well, there you go. So this is also something else I use called Reportive. And this is a plugin for Gmail, and this will give you some background on who that person is, their email address, where they're from. You can connect with them directly on LinkedIn and see some other people they know. There's Gregory Ng and Jason Peck and some other friends of mine. So one of the things I do is as I'm sending an email to somebody, I often in the BCC line, I do something called Nudge Mail. I use a service called Nudge Mail. And what that is I can send, once you set up your account, you can send something like this where you say 1w@nudgemail.com. What that does is this email will come back to my inbox in a week. So it nudges me and reminds me that I might want to revisit this. I do this a lot if I'm asking somebody a favor, or I have something that's very timely, or for example, if there's something in my inbox that I don't really need to think about until later on. So actually, let's do that with this one. So this is for a meetup that I started, and I want this out of my inbox, but I do want to remember it. So I want to think about it again in, I don't know, let's say a week. So I can forward. I'm going to forward that to 1 week. So in 1 week from now, it's all I have to do. 1 week, this email is going to end up back in my inbox. And that's it. I've just now reduced my inbox by 1. Let's go ahead and do that again for this one. This is something I wanted to look at, but obviously I haven't gotten to it in a while. Let's just go ahead and look at that in 2 weeks from now. So it just nudges me again in 2 weeks. And if you're curious about what that looks like, if you go to nudgemail.com, this is it. It's free to sign up. I use it all the time. It is absolutely incredibly amazing. Okay, so again, let's say you wanted to save time with sending an email. So let's look at this one. This is Redwood City. This is a storage facility I have. There's an invoice attached. So I can click on this email. When I go to hit reply, what I want to be able to do is send an email. So I'm going to say, say thanks. So you have an option. You can either hit send, or I have something called send and archive. And what that does is typically if you just hit send, it then stays in your inbox, and you've got to go in and click archive. This does it all in one shot. So I can say send and archive and be done. That's it. Really, really simple. Another thing I do often is I use a service called Text Expander. What Text Expander does is you can have little snippets of text, and it automatically, as you start to type in the code for it, it'll fill in whatever you've put. So I've got one for, here's my cell number, my email signature, my podcast. So I can type in LYPP, and just as I type the last P, it autofills that. Here's another one I've got set up. When I use my scheduling service called Scheduler Once, I can type in MEET, meet, and it fills in all this text. That saves me a ton of time. So you do these on tasks that are repeatable. There's my telephone, TTL, I think I type in. Now, the key to this is you want to make sure it's not a word that you type often. So you may want to put an exclamation point or some other character in front of it. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself autofilling this. But what's nice about this, that it works in lots of other, in Firefox and Chrome and other browsers and online where you're filling out forms, you can do that. And that really, really can save a lot of time. And finally, one other thing that I do often is, I mentioned this in the intro, I actually do type fairly quickly. So one of course I type with a lot of, now there's this pressure, right? Things I do is to save time. Type very, very quickly. And I do have typos and stuff, but that also does save time, obviously. The other thing I do, it's hard to show here, but if I'm on my cell phone, I use Siri and I dictate a lot of emails. I found that to be a very, very effective and quick way to send something. I wanted to show you what this is going to look like when I hit send. Okay, so let's just say test. I hit send. You'll see up here at the top it says sending, and I can hit, oh, your message has been sent. I can hit undo. Okay, and then it pulls this message up again. So that was my sending delay. Watch me hit it again, and you'll see it says sending. Your message has been sent, but it actually hasn't really been sent yet. I have about 15 seconds, and then that message will go away. So we could wait, and we can see it actually be sent. And also the other thing is, I think this is just a feature of Gmail where it will be sending in the background, so I can do something else as that's being sent. I can create another message. I don't have to wait for it to actually send. So you can see that message now. Let's see if it actually did get sent. Okay. So there's the message. And again, because I'm diligent, I will go in and delete that message. those are the things that I tend to do to help me process my inbox a lot faster. I find that I haven't really gotten good at this yet, but one of the things I'm going to be working on is going into my inbox just a couple times a day, and as opposed to living in my inbox. I know we all get stuck in that. But hopefully this was helpful to you in processing your own inbox. I'd also love to hear from you. There's other things that you're doing to manage your inbox a lot quicker. That would be super helpful, not only to me, but also something I want to share with my audience. So you can pop up a quick video and share it, and I'll update this post with your suggestions, or you can email it to me directly, or you can leave a comment below. But I know it's, processing your inbox is one of those things that lots of people have issues with, and we all get inundated with emails, and any little trick that we can do or hack is helpful. And there you have it. Those are some of the different tips and tricks that I personally use to get through my inbox faster, but not just with these rote answers, with a way to get back to people in a human way. And I'm hoping that some of these tips and tricks will help you manage your inbox a lot quicker and save you time to do the things that you really want to do in this life.